Everyone, every single person that's ever reached a height of proficiency, extraordinary success, a measure cut above everyone else, all of those individuals know exactly what their weaknesses are. Procrastination, laziness, performance anxiety, fear of not being able to do as well as they hoped. They're weaknesses. You know what they are? You know what they are? Things that are not real. You're afraid of the loss that you haven't incurred yet. You're afraid of the losing trade that you did not suffer yet. Because you took one losing trade? Because you took 3 losing trades? You're afraid of that next losing trade. It didn't happen yet. You're giving energy to something that's not there. You have to allow for something new under the sun, the change in your recorded trade history. Yeah, you may have taken a loss, maybe taken 2 losses, maybe 3 trades, losing positions. Maybe you did that. Maybe it was reckless on your part. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just a normal procedure that you followed. You trust the logic, and it didn't pan out because you did it wrong. You just didn't quite see everything there, but you trusted enough to push the button. Doesn't mean the model or the methodology is flawed or that you suck as a trader. It means that you just did it wrong at that time. That transaction, that engagement with price, you just simply did it wrong. You're not inflating it to be something where it causes the whole thing needs to be taken back to the drawing board, scrap everything. But that's exactly what you're doing. You're increasing the level of importance on the outcome of the next trade. When I teach you not to do that, what is it that you teach us, ICT? What is it that you're trying to do? Because I feel like that's what you're doing. You're hiding things from us. You know something, you're hiding it from us. You know, I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you. All the major questions that's ever been asked of me, I've already answered and addressed. And now I'm out here singing and dancing in the rain in front of all of you. And you're asking questions that have already been answered. But you haven't done the work to get the answer for yourself. See, that's the difference. People that come to me and they understand that what I wield, what I hold in my hands is the market. It's inescapable. I don't give a fuck who you are, where you came from, what you did before, all that shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that stuff falls to the wayside. When you sit down with me and I'm explaining price to you, everybody has to stop and say, okay, what he's describing is absolutely the truth because it's happening right now. In my chart, we all have real-time data. We all have it. And I'm using a market that everybody has the same price for. And it's following my logic. It's doing what I'm telling it it's going to do. Why should you fear what has not happened yet versus being encouraged by seeing what you've been witnessing day after day after day and how frequently it happens? That's how you should be thinking. Find your own evidence. Don't look to the heroes that's in our community that are rising up by their own efforts, study, the time they put into it. They showed up every day. Even when they felt like it wasn't working out for them, they were like, oh, I just gotta go one more time. Maybe he'll teach me something that's gonna give me what I need to get over the hump. Why do I spoon feed and drip content? Why do I do that? It's not because I'm being monetized here, because look at it. Most of my longest presentations are always on mediums that's not monetized by me. I'm not making any money off of my long-winded best education material. I do that so that way I'm disarming you. You have no weapon against me when I'm doing this. You can't argue and say, I'm doing this to make money. I'm not. I'm giving the listeners the ability to make money off of it. You're all welcome to take my spaces and upload them on YouTube. You're welcome to do that. Monetize them. I don't give a shit. Get grocery money. I don't care. I don't care. What I care about is you understanding and not being distracted by the things that people try to say that I'm doing, that I'm leading people astray. I'm giving you far more than everybody that wants to use my name for marketing and say, are you an ICT trader and you want to finally become profitable? Isn't that fucking hilarious? Like, I'm every day profitable, every day in front of you, every day calling it out live. Hello. Something new under the sun. For you is what? Being consistently profitable. You know what happens before you get there? You become comfortable with not being perfect. And when you aim for perfection, but being realistic, knowing that I'm not going to hit it yet, but I'm working towards that measure of a goal. If you're always aiming for perfection, but allowing progress to get you closer to it day by day, that's the proper mindset. You're not defeated when you fall short on it, but when you look back and see the progression is incrementally going higher, your experience is growing. What is that? Something new under the sun. You didn't have that experience before. See, people that take that scripture out of the Bible and they apply it and misappropriate the things, it's just a straw man argument. Look at the technology we have today. The planes, the cars. That's certainly something new under the sun. Solomon didn't have those things when he talked about it. So there's definitely new things under the sun. But what that passage really refers to is people are creatures of habit. We're like dogs. When a dog vomits, it'll walk away and despise and look at it and say, ugh, that was in my stomach. You can see it on their face. They're like, man, I'm glad that thing's out of my stomach. It was hurting me. And then 2-3 minutes later, what do? They go back and eat it. They return back to its vomit. The Bible talks about that. And that's exactly what you're doing as a developing trader. When you listen to people that cannot do it better, they don't have another solution that's better, they're not consistently able to do what I'm showing you. If I'm going to be a teacher, okay, if I'm going to learn from somebody, I'm going to know that that person knows what they're talking about, is proficient with it, and has proven it. And they have no problem walking it right now